As the sun rose over Moutra-Daska, Riyasat stood outside the civil hospital, his heart heavy with grief. He glanced at the bustling crowd, but his world had narrowed to the pain of losing Kashif, whose dream of a better life had been cruelly extinguished. Amidst the noise, the thought of justice for his brother echoed in his mind, igniting a spark of determination to see those responsible held accountable. Riyasat took a deep breath, trying to steady his emotions, as he recalled the horrifying events that unfolded just hours earlier. The faces of the attackers haunted his thoughts, their cruelty etched deeply in his memory. Justice will be served, he vowed silently, feeling an unwavering resolve building within him, one that would not allow fear or intimidation to silence his plea for justice. He turned towards the police station, ready to pursue every avenue to ensure that Kashif's tragic end would not be in vain. Riyasat pushed open the heavy door of the Moutra Police Station, his hands trembling with an urgency fueled by grief and anger. The musty air was thick with tension as he approached the front desk, where an officer sat, barely lifting his eyes from a stack of papers. "I am here to file a complaint about my brother's murder," Riyasat declared, his voice unwavering despite the storm of emotions within him. He felt the eyes of those waiting around him linger on his worn face, filled with sorrow and determination, as he recounted Kashif's last moments. "They need to pay for this," he added, the weight of his brother's suffering becoming heavier with each word. He could sense the officer's hesitation but pressed on, determined to ensure that Kashif would not be forgotten and that justice would be pursued with relentless fervor. As Riyasat finished recounting the details of the assault, the officer finally looked up, his expression shifting from apathy to concern. "We will need more information about the attackers. Can you provide any details?" the officer asked, his pen hovering over a notepad, ready to document the horrors the brother had faced. Riyasat nodded, his mind racing back to the terrified look in Kashif's eyes, a memory burned into his soul. "Areeb and Ijaz, they were armed," he replied firmly, his voice steadying as he recalled their names and faces, "and they were acting on the orders of Malik Irfan. They have been intimidating us for months." The officer scribbled down the names, his demeanor slowly changing, as if realizing the gravity of the situation unfolding before him. As Riyasat provided the details, a sense of urgency filled the room. He could feel the weight of his words pressing down on the officer, who now recognized the case's significance. "We need to act quickly," Riyasat insisted, his voice firm. "If they feel they can get away with this, it will only encourage more violence against our community." The officer nodded, finally acknowledging the seriousness of Riyasat's plea, and began gathering the resources necessary to launch a thorough investigation into Kashif's murder. Riyasat's fight for justice would not only honor Kashif's memory but also shine a light on the injustices faced by their community. With every step he took, he knew that he had to ensure his brother's story was heard, so such brutality would never be accepted again.